and welcome to the next episode of What's in Your Name. I'm your host, Emma, and my guest today is my friend Percy Boyd.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
That's a great name for the show.
Yeah, because we're looking at what's in your name. Why'd you pick the name? What does it mean? What does the internet have to say about it? All sorts of fun things.
Swell.
All right, so let's get right to this.
Let's do
All right,
it.
so how long have you been going by your current name?
What is it? It's 2018.
Yes.
So
October
2018. So almost 2 years.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, what inspired your choice of names? What made you click with Percy?
I had a mental breakdown and I needed to change my name. The name I was
That's
using before, I think I was using Emery before Percy, and it just didn't fit that well.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't like it that much, and it was also really hard to get on like Starbucks cups. So I figured something that like sounded clearer would get across easier.
Cool. So when did you first change? Did you first change your name? So was it more than 2 years ago that you changed your name in the first place? Or
Yeah, I changed my name the first time in 2015.
Did that have to do with any kind of coming out process?
Yeah, kind of. I came out as a non-binary to my buds at home, and I was like, you guys can still use my dead name, but maybe like start using the name Rory, and they were like, okay, and so they like switched between the two for a while, and then I started to hate that name. Very inconsistent.
What name was it? Rory?
Rory, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
You like names that end in Y.
I do. I don't know why. The
I don't
E
know.
sound is just like a good one, I think.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Cool. So, are there any other names that you considered besides the couple that you've mentioned?
Yeah, I considered also, what else did I used Andy for like 2 seconds. I thought about Simon and Liam, and I have a backup name. It's Milo, just in case like anything happens. That sounds so bad. I have a backup name.
I have a backup name.
That's valid. I feel like the amount of names I've gone through though.
Yeah, my backup name is just like the name I want to put on my stuff when it's published.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that counts as a backup name, the way yours is a backup name. I don't know.
We don't know how mine is a backup
don't
name.
know.
We'll see.
I've never really thought about like having names on reserve like that. That's pretty cool. I have Tumblr blogs on reserve, but not like names.
We all have our things on reserve.
Absolutely. Did Simon have anything to do with Love Simon?
Yeah, and it also had something to do with what was that book called? Carry On by Rainbow Rowell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the main character in that one's also named Simon.
Rainbow Powell?
Rowell.
Rowell.
Yeah. The main character in that one's named Simon, and I was like, this is a good name. I like a bunch of characters I like. Oh, and there was also like Simon from Shadowhunters, but just the TV show, not the book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Simon would be a good one because then you can be playing Simon Says all the time.
Yeah.
And then if someone does something, you can be like, I didn't say Simon Says.
Oh boy, yeah. That
Just
is a
in
good-
case you want to put that one on reserve too.
Yeah, that's a good thing to consider.
So, did you think that any names were gonna really stick before you decided on Percy?
I always kind of wanted to do Percy for like a lot of reasons, but something that was holding me back from it was like the obvious connotation of Percy Jackson, and I wasn't sure if I was ready to commit to the Percy Jackson all the time. But I live with it now. It's
Do
part
you
of who
enjoy
I
it?
am.
Is it annoying or is it ever fun to be
I
like
love
Percy
it.
Jackson? Yeah. Okay.
It was great, especially when I first got to purchase. People are like, Percy Jackson. I'm never gonna forget it now.
I definitely did that.
Yeah.
I know for a fact
You
that I
did.
did do that.
Yeah, many people did. I'm unforgettable now.
It's perfect. It works. So, how much did Percy Jackson influence your choice of Percy, or?
Significantly,
Yeah.
like that. I don't think I would have thought about that name if it hadn't been for like my connection to those books when I was growing up.
Mhm.
'Cause I really loved those books as a kid, and I always connected
Good
with.
books.
They're so good.
They're excellent.
And I always connected with the character Percy because, like, I have ADHD, I'm dyslexic, I have a single mom, like all of
You
these
control
things.
water with your mind.
Yeah, exactly. All of these things just kept lining up, and I was like, might as well go for it.
You've got a theme of blue.
Yes, I do.
For those in the audience, if you haven't read the Percy Jackson and the Olympians books, read them because they're
really
delightful.
Good. They're so good. The
Just-
musical's also really good.
I haven't listened to the musical, but Percy says you should, so do it.
The musical's very good.
Okay. I really liked those books also. I can't even, I have read them so many times.
Same. I have my copies with me at purchase, and they're just like so beat up.
That's how you know it's a good book.
Yes, exactly.
So, how does it feel to hear other people calling you Percy?
It's nice. I like it. It's really cool. Just because, like, that's my name. That's the one that I chose. Not many people use, like, names in conversation either, so I'm just, like, when my name gets said, I'm like, ooh, that's me.
Yeah. Cool. So that's all my questions. Let's talk about what the internet had to say about your name.
Oh, what did the internet have to say about my name?
So all the websites I checked had an unexpected history behind the name. I was expecting it to be Greek legend related, and one website did say that, but a lot of them said that it was a French name, meaning pierces the valley.
Interesting.
That was Old French, and then Old English was just pierces.
Okay.
No valleys necessary. I think they just got right to the point with that. And one website said that means that, or people that are named Percy are people who like to travel and are adventurous and set their own pace in life.
Interesting.
And that people named Percy also value truth, justice, and discipline.
I mean, in a way.
Yeah, I mean,
Do good recklessly.
that's fair. Yeah. I don't know. Truth, justice, and discipline makes me think of, like, I don't know, cops, but
Yeah, that's not the, like...
but that's just my association with, like,
That's
those words.
Super fair. I've been listening to way too many D&D podcasts because, like, my immediate thought was vengeance. I'm like, oh.
Okay, so yeah, justice and vengeance. I can see a correlation there, maybe.
Yeah.
I feel like that drives a
Revenge.
lot of old myths.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, and then if you look at, like, Percy as in Perseus, and then the Greek myths, there's
Yeah.
that works.
Yeah.
All
There we
right.
go.
Another website said that it's a shortened version of Percival. If you ever changed your name, would you change it legally to Percival or just Percy?
I toss between just Percy, Percival, and Perseus. I'm like, I don't know which of those I would do.
You want to think about what's going to look best on your future business cards.
Exactly, yeah. So I can have one of those, like, American Psycho business card scene and just, like, Percival on it or something.
For the aesthetic.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Have to think about that aesthetic.
That website also said that in 2018 it is the 2,469th most popular baby name for boys.
Interesting.
Because
I
most
am
of those
neither a
websites
baby
tend to,
or a boy.
yeah, most of those websites tend to pick names as for baby boys or baby girls, which is kind of fair because babies
Yeah.
don't know yet.
That's true.
So
yeah.
they gotta just kind of rock with what they're given for a little bit till they can figure it out for themselves.
That's very true, yeah. I mean, most parents do a good job at choosing names, you know. Just names are weirdly gendered.
Yeah, but we're definitely seeing like a lot of names. I think names that traditionally I feel like you see with one gender, you're starting to see a lot in other genders, like in more than one gender. I mean, like the name Ryan.
Yeah, that's true. I would have
I
loved
see.
to keep my dead name if it wasn't so heavily, like, associated with Zoe 101.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair. That also ends with the E sound, so
Yeah.
maybe that's part of influencing it. If you liked hearing
Haunting.
that part of the name, and then you choose Percy or
Yeah.
Emery or Rory, it's
Andy.
in Andy. Oh my gosh, they all just go up at the end. I don't know
Yeah,
why
I
I'm
like it.
gesturing.
No, but
Um,
it works.
It's okay. The website that had Greek stuff on it said Perseus is derived from pertho, which means to destroy.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
I
that's
like that
fun.
connotation of the name a lot. I don't know why. I don't really break things, but I like it still.
Destroying your old name.
Yeah.
or something. I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen you destroy anything, but like, I've also never seen you killing it as like a DM in D&D. So that's
Yeah,
I've
we
never-
need to fix that.
okay. We
Yeah.
will do that once the cameras stop rolling. So then that website also had nicknames, and all of them were Percy Jackson related.
Oh, great.
So
Seaweed Brain, I'm
Seaweed
guessing.
Brain, Kelphead, Peter Johnson. The one nickname on there that had nothing to do with Percy Jackson was Persassy, which I kind of want to start calling you Persassy.
Those are all so much better than like the other nicknames I've gotten with Percy. One of them was Percocet. I'm like, that's not cool.
Do you have any other fun nicknames based on Percy that you've been giving? I know I like to call you Perk.
Perkvore was one.
Yeah,
I have
I would
no
call that one.
idea why that happened.
I just like to go perk, like over and over and over, and it's just like one long word.
Those are the only two like bad ones, and then everything else is just like.
Yeah, it's a very short name to begin with.
Mhm.
I feel like it's harder to give nicknames on shorter names.
If I introduced myself as Percival, there'd probably be more like weight to hold with a really shitty nickname.
Introduce yourself as Percival. I'm trying to think of names based on that, but all I got is Percy, which is
that's me.
That's you. One website also said potentially that it said that Percy could be derived from the phrase to penetrate the hedge, which is not that far away from Pierces the Valley.
Yeah.
But still fun.
Yeah.
That one's a little more direct. Someone's got beef with their neighbor in that one.
Yeah, for sure. Just like a spear coming out of a hedge or a sword.
And then you're on the other end. That's me.
That's me.
I googled famous Percys, so there is Percy Jackson, the famous fictional Percy, as well as the main character of the Scarlet Pimpernel is named Percy.
Yeah.
I was looking for famous Percys that are real people, and I got Percy Shelley, the romantic English poet who's known for the poem Ozymandias.
Gotcha.
That's all I got. There was also a football player, but I don't do sports, so I just didn't write it down, so I don't remember what the Percy's last name is. But there is a famous football Percy out there.
Fun. They're in Critical Role, one of the characters is named Percival, but they all call him Percy, and I'm like, it's very jarring to listen to the first campaign of that podcast.
That was
it's
also on the list of famous Percys, was the one from Critical Role. Okay, so is there anything else that you want to say about your name, or any?
No, not really. I have it. It's mine. I'd be really interested to meet someone else named Percy, but it has not come up yet.
Percy the Train. That's another famous Percy.
Are you talking about from like Thomas the Tank
Engine?
Engine? Oh my
Sure
god!
I am. I just remembered that.
I don't think
there's
we're friends anymore.
that one's green. I didn't watch Thomas the Tank Engine. My brother did, but
those trains are so passive aggressive.
they are. They absolutely are. Okay.
All right.
Well, thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, of course.
I think that Percy as a name suits you very well. I can't
Thank
picture
you.
going by any of the other names you said, but if you wanted to switch, full respect.
Fair enough. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for tuning in to my show. See you next week. Okay, someone turn it off, please.
I love you.